Barry, thanks for joining us for the post-match interview. Was that a fair result?
Yeah, I don't think we created a great deal of chances, but at the same time, I think we restricted a very good organised HAVANT side to, I think, apart from the goal, one shot on target. And getting our nose in front, we were in there a little bit disappointed we didn't hang on to that.
It was quite a late equaliser, admittedly, but they did play some good football at times, didn't they?
Yeah, they played some good stuff. We have teams watched, and they're not afraid to hit a bit more direct. Similar to what people say about us. They've got the big man and Pryor up front. They're lively. I think the only real time they played any football was probably when they equalised. They got the ball down a little bit more, but they pushed 3-4 men forward then. So it's always a bit difficult because you naturally have to drop back a tiny bit. But for a team who got relegated from the Conference South last year and who are favourites for this season to win the league, to restrict them to one goal, one shot on target, I think we defended well.
Definitely, and I give credit to our boys because they certainly pushed HAVANT all the way, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. Boys are disappointed. Nick's disappointed. Giving away a cheap free kick. To be fair, as you saw tonight, it didn't really take that much for them to go down and win themselves free kicks. Parky's a bit disappointed that he didn't track Pryor, but Pryor's a good centre forward, and the delivery from the boy in was very good. You don't know whether to come as a goalie, whether to stay still, or goes for all the players. We've had a stroke of luck this year with that.
Dibbs has been fantastic for us the last couple of games, and indeed right through the season. He seemed to slightly, I don't want to point the finger at him too much, he seemed to slightly misjudge the flight of the ball as it came in.
Yeah, I think what keepers do, they gamble that someone's going to head it, so they go to one side. But it's hard. You've got bodies running across you. Till we see the video, we don't really know. But yeah, listen, Tony's hard on himself anyway. So like all the boys are, and they come in and said, look, but if you switch off once in 94 minutes, they didn't do bad today. We're pleased with them today.
Definitely, no, it was a good performance.
Yeah.
And I think we could probably, easy to say now, we'd have taken the draw against a quality team like HAVANT, perhaps.
Yeah. Obviously Saturday was a disappointment. If we'd have played like that Saturday at that tempo in the final third, I think we would have got, we would have got 3 instead of 1 point. But that's gone now. We've got another 2 very difficult games coming up in Needham and Leiston, who haven't, especially Leiston haven't been on the best run, but they've got quality players. And Needham, you know what you're going to get from them. They're going to be hard working. They'll still feel that they can stay in the playoffs, same as us. So Saturday will be a good game.
And also the fact we had 2 probably first team choice in Mitchell and Scannell missing tonight as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. When you think Sonny's been out a while, we had our 3 signed centre halves, none of them on the pitch. And for Hugo to come in, he's a right back. I think he's done very, very well the last 2 games. He's an experienced player. Parky, we signed as a centre midfielder, and he's influential in the midfield. He's had to play centre half a hell of a lot this year. Good thing with Bevs is he's signed a contract tonight for another year, which is great. Same with Alex. He's after the game, he's going to go in with Stephen, the chairman, and put pen to paper. And that's positive. He had 1 chance tonight, scored 1 goal. With sport for choices up front.
And didn't he take that well?
He took it very well. Yeah, he had a lot of time to think about it. With Andre coming back gradually, and we haven't really had the chance to see Tomo because Nathan has been scoring, and so has Alex. So, he's an exciting young man.
Definitely. And people said when Alex came, critics if you like, said he couldn't score goals. Well, he's been scoring for far worse, hasn't he? Yeah,
I think we've got a few players like that. We've got Luke Allen, who sort of drifted around for a few years for a couple of clubs. So we've had Nick Wheeler, who is at Lewis, Burgess Hill in the lower leagues. I think what Steve does is he gives boys confidence and trust, and you give that to people, and they're going to play for you. They're going to work harder for you. And we've got a fantastic group in there that they're gutted. They're gutted. They drew tonight.
Yes.
But, to draw with the league favourites, and give them a good game. I think that's good.
Very, very, very.
Dust it off, and Saturday's what we prepare. I think that's 1 defeat in 12. Is it 11, 12?
Yep. And I don't think we've been beaten here since Staines, something like December the 10th, something like that.
They've got the best away record in the league. We've got one of the best home records because they're efficient. HAVANT are efficient. They'll keep going, and that little bit of quality It was like the delivery from the ball, you know, they got the point.
Got the point, yeah. Well done tonight, Barry.
Thank you.
Great performance by everyone, and we look
Cheers.
forward to need him coming here on Saturday.
That'd be nice. Cheers, see you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
So when you concede late, you feel like you've lost the game, don't you?
Yeah, but they're a good side. We got a draw there, which puts us into third place. As Steve said, you know, we just want to move up the table, and we're trying to catch those who are in front of us. So it was great determination. Unfortunate about the goal. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. He crossed it really well. My set position was for a shot, and then no one really took the opportunity to clear it, and then it was going in the corner. I had to make the save, but they get the rebound. You see those all the time in the Premiership, don't you? Like, those are the hardest ones as they're whipped in, and you see them going all the time, you know? But to be fair, the lads were on a really good run. The lads are feeling strong, we're feeling confident, and we're trying to catch next to second. And obviously we have Needham Market coming up. We got Leiston after that, so it's some big matches, you know.
In big important time of the season, isn't it, with so many of the teams around us?
Yeah, and the one fortunate thing at the moment is we feel confident as a team. We're really molded, you know, and we're going to kick on for the rest of the season. Who knows where we'll end up. We are the dark horses.
Some people are talking about the title. Are we just taking it one game at a time?
Yeah, you can't look at that. You can't look at that. All you can look at is what's in front of you next, how they play, how we're going to play. You know, and every match you take like it's your last.
You had a makeshift centre-half partnership in front of you today.
Yeah.
However, Hugo and Parky had another brilliant game.
Oh yeah, phenomenal. You know what I mean? They had a fantastic game again. You know, whoever comes in back there, you know, it doesn't matter who you put back there, they know there's a job to do and a role that they need to do. And everyone takes on board what Steve says, what the management says, how we're going to play, tactics. You know, and everyone knows what they need to do in order for us to get those points and to win. So we're doing phenomenally well, and the back four, you know what I mean? Well, back five, we've really molded together. You know, we've done very well together in the last 5 matches. You know, especially the last 5 matches. You can go back to the last 10 matches, but definitely the last 5 matches, you can see there's a solid group back there. You know.
I was going to ask what the difference has been, because there's been a marked improvement certainly the last sort of month, 6 weeks or so, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Can you put your finger on what that is?
I think we all know that in order to play at the next level, or in order to perform, you need to look at your own self, right? So even if 1 or 2 players aren't playing well, you know that you need to do your role, and then you mesh with the group that's there. You do your role effectively, and everyone works together as a unit. So it's like the same. You can look in the military in the same respect in the army, right? It's a group. You are strong as a unit, not singular, and that's what we are at the moment.
And I presume you don't just mean the 11, you mean all of you, don't you?
Yeah, all of us, whoever's on the bench, and that's the great thing is we had people coming back from injury, and you have a bench that people who want to come on and show that they should be starting. And that's what you need in the team, and we have that fire at the moment, and that determination, and that's what you need in order to kick on, you know. And this is the best time of the season to get that, because then you have momentum coming forward.
About your own performances lately, I felt for you today because you're only a few minutes away from another clean sheet. It should have been 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Pleased with your form at the moment.
I keep working to get even better. You know, I don't like to stay stagnant. You know, I'm always trying to improve, and there's some things in the match that I could do better on, and I'll have to look at my performance every time. I'm very hard on myself, and I take a lot of time. The goals, even sometimes if it's not my fault, I take it as my fault, and maybe I'm too hard on myself. But that's what drives me. That's what pushes me forward. And you know, I have to perform. You know, I know that it's not just me v the 11 in front. It's me v everyone. You know, and that's what a keeper is. You're always consistently bombarded with your players and their players saying, you know, this and that, plus the crowd. So you always have to be solid as a keeper. I think that's the hardest thing. You have to be consistent and you have to be solid and rooted. So yeah, I would say I'm quite happy with my performance, but there's still things that I can improve on, in which I will try to improve on to the end of the season. So.
Okay, well, good luck Saturday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.